Let's install Windows to Go from our Windows 10 computer. We need to make sure that we have a drive available. So you see that we have a 250 gigabyte drive, which has 232 gigs available, which is more than enough. Definitely recommend you use an SSD drive. Otherwise, it's going to run very slowly. Now what we need to do is to go to the control panel. So we can go down to the start button, right click, and choose search if we want, or run. Type in control panel. We're going to open that up, and we're going to see Windows to Go. So let's click on Windows to Go, and we see a couple of different USB drives that we can use. We're going to make sure we use our Samsung drive that I've plugged in with the 232 gigabytes and click Next. Now it needs a search location. So I've got a lot of different ISO files, and I want to choose my Windows 10 and Enterprise, and I want to right-click on this ISO and choose Mount. Now if you already have a DVD with Windows 10 on it, that's fine too. And we'll go back to our Windows to Go installation, click on Add Search Location. Now we need to find a file that's on our ISO. So I've already mounted the H drive with our ISO. Now we need to go to the Sources folder. So we'll double click on Sources. It's okay that you don't see the WIM file. You just want to go to the Sources folder and click Select Folder. And it finds the install.wim file in there, even though you didn't see it. And that's okay. So we'll go ahead and click Next. And we don't need to use BitLocker for this particular install, but you certainly can encrypt your drive, and it is a good idea for security. Now we have the Create option. I'll click Create, and it's now preparing the USB drive. Now this could take anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, so obviously I'll speed this up, but just be prepared that it will take some time, and when it's all done, we'll be able to continue. We were successful in creating our Windows to Go workspace. If you choose yes, then your computer will reboot into Windows to Go. If you choose no, then you'll want to press the F12 key when your computer first starts. I'm going to go ahead and click on Save and Close. And I'm going to close my DVD drive. And if we take a look at the partition on the 250 gigabyte drive, we see that it has a FAT partition as well as the NTFS partition. So it's created this bootable drive. Now I'm going to boot off of this new drive by pressing F12, and then we'll take a look and see how Windows to Go looks in our Windows 10 USB drive. When you boot into it, it really looks like any other version of Windows. You see the same control panel, the same start menu, etc. Remember the first time when you go to boot up Windows, you get prompted for things like usernames, passwords. You get the same thing when you install Windows to Go. And the first time you go to boot up Windows to Go on the USB drive, it may take more than one reboot to load all the drivers from the new motherboard. The second time you go to reboot, it will go much faster. And if you unplug the USB drive and plug it into another computer, it goes through the same process of finding all the drivers, and it may take a couple of boots. However, it will keep the same username and password that you set up. So that's how you set up Windows to Go on Windows 10. From here, you can install programs, go out to the internet, and do anything else that you can do on any other normal Windows 10 computer.